So let's talk through enhancing job placement and workforce development programs. Many individuals participating in workforce development programs face barriers such as criminal records, lack of skills, and limited opportunities. Improving their job placement outcomes is essential for their success reintegration into the workforce. So, first, we have to look at how we got here. We have to look at educational disparities. Access to quality education is often limited. Back in 2013, in Chicago, under CPS, there was 50 schools that were shut down, 50, primarily on the south and west side of Chicago. And that greatly impacted our students and it impacted our neighborhoods. We also have to look at lack of investment. Lack of investment in infrastructure, schools, and community services perpetuates economic disparities and limits opportunities for residents. We also have to look at segregation and racial barriers. Racial segregation persists, leading to concentrated poverty and limited access to resources. And there's also stigma in criminal records. Individuals with criminal backgrounds face discriminations in the job market even today in 2024. Education disparities. A majority of school closures occurred on the south and west sides where students were predominantly Black or Brown. In 2013, 42 out of 50 closed schools had a population greater than 75% Black, affecting 88% of impacted students. Looking at segregation and racial barriers. Occupational segregation reinforced by systemic differences in job tenure and discrimination disproportionately impacts workers of color. Public policy shifts have led to job migration away from the South Side. New residential racial segregation patterns persist. Disinvestment from the city's South and West sides exacerbates economic disparities. Stigma and criminal records. A multifaceted approach that combines policy reforms, community support, and employer engagement is necessary to create equitable workforce opportunities. Here are some ways that we can improve job placement when it comes to workforce development programs. First, we must look at holistic training programs. Having soft skills, hard skills, and project based learning is essential to help people get ready for the job market. Let's look at soft skills development. Conduct workshops on communication, teamwork, and problem solving. Collaborate with local mentors or professionals for soft skills coaching. Hard skills training. Partner with industry experts to design relevant curricula. Provide hands on experience through internships or apprenticeships. Project based learning. Collaborate with local businesses or organizations for project ideas. Design projects that mirror real world challenges. So, by having holistic training programs, the impact for individuals will help students enhance collaboration skills essential for the workplace. And the impact for companies that hire them, skilled based hiring practices often significant benefits to corporations that hire from workplace development programs with project based solutions. And let's look deeper into. So you will have a more resilient workforce. It allows companies to find the best fit candidates based on actual skills. Predictive performance. Employees hired based on skills tend to excel in their roles, contributing positively to the company's success. Retention improvement. By focusing on skills, employers can improve retention rates and reduce turnover costs. A wider talent pool. Skill-based practices expand the talent pool and allows a more diverse range of applicants to apply for positions. Internal advancement. Skill-based approaches help workers advance internally within a company. Community impact. Companies contribute to community well being. Skills based hiring helps bridge economic disparities and promotes social equity. Now, let's look into fair chance policies, ban the box, and employer incentives for the government. So, a concern that comes up when it comes to hiring people with a background is complex needs and support. Companies may lack the capacity to support the complex needs of employees who happen to have a background during reintegration into the workforce. Here's some solutions that we can work on. Collaborate with community based organizations to help with employees' needs, and take advantage of government funded programs that fund employee resources for their support. Another concern that's brought up is lack of awareness. Some employers may not even know or be aware of fair chance policies or their benefits. Here are some solutions: partner with industry specific associations to spread the message, tailor awareness efforts to specific industries, and show how fair chance hiring can address labor shortages. Minimizing risk over social impact, compliance challenges, navigating legal requirements, and ensuring compliance with fair chance policies can be perceived as burdensome. Here are some solutions. Develop a process that make it more straightforward for applicants with criminal records to identify roles that are legally able to be held. Consider four factors: the relevance of the charge to the job, the nature of the offense, the age of the record, and evidence of rehabilitation. Job readiness services. Job readiness services enhance participants' of employability, making them better equipped for successful job placement. So, there are a few things that we can integrate into our job readiness services, including resume building workshops. Improved resumes increase the chances of getting noticed during the initial screening process. Interview preparation. A lot of people do mock interviews, so well prepared candidates perform better in interviews, increasing their likelihood of securing job offers. Stress management techniques. This is a big one. These two are huge, huge, huge. And I think it is often missed when we are working on our programs to get people jobs. So for stress management techniques, stress reduction, provide tools to manage stress during job interviews, workplace challenges, and transitions. Emotional resilience building, coping skills, equip participants with healthy coping mechanisms for workplace stressors. Nonprofits partnering with temp agencies. Establish partnerships with temp agencies specializing in placing individuals with barriers. Temp agencies may struggle to find candidates with the right skills or work readiness. Our way to work around it: to enhance job placement outcomes, nonprofits and temp agencies can collaborate with companies that provide internships, tailor skilled assessments to specific industries, provide soft skills development, and maintain a feedback loop with employers. High turnover is common in temp roles, so our way to work around it: training and upskilling. Invest in continuous learning while employees are still in their temporary role. Workforce development nonprofits can continue to support individuals in their first year on the job. Address mental health issues that often lead to turnover and promote physical health and stress management. Temp workers may struggle to integrate into the company's culture, so our way to work around it: normalize collaboration and emphasize that temps are there to streamline work and not replace others. Communicate opportunities for progression within the organization and consider offering full time positions based on the temp worker's performance. Social enterprise and training placement models. This is something that I have noticed recently with a lot of nonprofits who struggle with job placement. They usually create a social enterprise where they have a business that they can transition their students into so that way they can start getting real work experience. Create social enterprises like catering, cleaning services, or consultancies that employ program graduates. Practical experience. By creating social enterprises that employ program graduates, participants gain hands on experience in real world settings. They also get skill refinement. Graduates can apply their skills immediately in real projects, refining their abilities. And it's a seamless transition. Transitioning from training to full time roles becomes way smoother as graduates are already familiar with the company's processes and culture. A concern that may come up for this model is program resilience. Challenges include managing mismatch expectations, accurately assessing skill gaps, ensuring smooth transitions, promoting cultural integration, overcoming resource constraints, engaging employers, and establishing long term sustainability and scalability. Some solutions for this: foster open communication and collaboration among program participants, employers, and program administration. Continuously assess the program's effectiveness, adapt to changing needs, and iterate on a curriculum. Always iterate on a curriculum, especially for our tech programs, because tech is always changing. So, for job placement, we also want to look at policy advocacy and collaboration. Build a network of support for workforce development. Here are some effective strategies. Advocate. Advocate for policies that incentivize hiring individuals who have completed workforce development programs. Collaborate. Work closely with government officials, legislators, and relevant authorities to advocate for policies that support workforce development. Engage. Build relationships with local government bodies responsible for workforce development, attend meetings, provide input, and stay informed about policy developments. Here's some concerns when it comes to workforce organizations and policy. The first one, funding. Funding is always a concern. Limited financial resources can hinder program effectiveness. And here are some possible solutions. Workforce development organizations should actively lobby for increased public funding dedicated to training and skill building programs. They can also explore partnerships with private entities, philanthropic organizations, and grants to supplement funding. Fragmented policies, disjointed policies across federal, state, and local levels. Potential solutions: collaborate with policymakers at all levels to harmonize policies. Advocate for a central authority or task force to streamline workforce development policies and ensure consistency. Another concern is inflexible regulations. Rigidity in regulations can stifle innovation and responsiveness. Potential solutions: regularly assess existing regulations to adapt to changing workforce needs, allow for flexibility and experimentation within regulatory frameworks. Lack of industry input. Policies may not align with industry realities and demands. Potential solutions: establish advisory boards or committees with industry representatives. Regularly seek input from employers to shape program design and curriculum. Short term focus. Policies often prioritize immediate outcomes over long term sustainability. Potential solutions: while addressing immediate workforce needs, emphasize lifelong learning and skill development. Encourage investments in foundational skills that lead to sustainable careers. Another concern is data privacy and security. Collecting data for program evaluation must balance privacy concerns. Potential solutions: ensure compliance with privacy regulations, anonymize data while maintaining transparency for accountability. And finally, political instability. Changes in government leadership can disrupt policy continuity. Potential solutions: advocate for bipartisan support and long term commitment to workforce development. Create mechanisms to safeguard policies from abrupt changes. Need to get started on this, feel a little bit overwhelmed and don't know where to start? Let's strategize and take action together. I can also build a project based program for your organization. Or we could start small and do a consultation to create a curated solution for your organization and your organization's specific needs. And thank you for watching my video. Thank you for looking at my slides. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at ehi@geekempowered.com.